Gun violence is an issue in cities all across Pennsylvania, but the work being done to prevent that violence can often go overlooked. The York Group Violence Intervention Program has been credited with helping the city reduce gun violence by more than a third. And Fox 43's James Corrigan is live now to give us an inside look at the group helping to reshape the city of York.
And they sure are, Amy, and the proof is in the numbers. Last year, the city saw a 75% reduction in the number of homicides, a 63% drop in the number of people struck by gunfire, and a 50% decrease in shots fired incidents. That's thanks in part to its Group Violence Initiative program, which has become a model for communities across the country. We went inside the GVI program to show you what happens on the front lines in the fight against gun violence.
Yeah, you can get some of this love too. What else?
For some, it's just a simple hello.
If you give me the high five, you can dig in.
But for Tiff Lowe, every hello is an act of defiance.
They retaliate using gun. I retaliate using love. So I sit in my anger, and then I retaliate with coming out with positivity, love, and resources.
Her form of retaliation is against gun violence and crime in the city of York. And she has a team of retaliators behind her as the project manager of the York Group Violence Intervention Program. GVI was conceived in 2016 and has evolved into a community partnership with law enforcement aimed at preventing gun violence. What was once an idea is now a multi-pronged machine, with Lowe as its beating heart.
We put our boots on the ground. We got in the field. And once you get in the field, you understand what needs to be done. You cannot understand what needs to be done if you're sitting behind your desk.
That wasn't always the case before Lowe joined the program in 2021 after a career as a hall monitor and teacher's aide in the York School District. There, she learned the value of connection with young people and the speed at which many of them can be cast aside.
Society will be quick to throw them away by judging them from their mistakes. But what society forgets is the same mistakes that these young adults are making, a lot of us have made them. This is why I go so hard to save these young people's lives.
She goes hard through a three-pronged approach of community, services, and traditional law enforcement in order to reach those seen as being at risk of committing a crime. The community aspect involves outreach like the group's Stop That Walk in June, done in an effort to make children feel safer in their neighborhoods. Services include Job Corps, mental health initiatives, and education, such as the new scholarships to hack schools for those impacted by gun violence on both ends. All three layers come together each week to discuss individual residents who they see as being a potential candidate to commit an act of violence. Fox 43 was allowed access to one of these weekly meetings where they discuss interactions with some of these residents.
He seemed receptive the time we went and met with him and had a conversation. Towards the end of the conversation, he was starting talking a little bit more.
It's sad because if we don't get a hold of this young man, that is going to not, it's just not going to be it's not going to be a pretty ending.
The group sets out to reach these residents every week in a practice called Customs, where all three layers of GVI come together to go to the homes of someone who was involved in a recent incident, even in a small way, to let them know that help is available in the form of services. We followed the team to the home of a young man rumored to be involved with the wrong people, and heard the GVI team make its pitch to help him turn his life around.
If you continue going down the pattern you're going down and hanging around some of the people you're hanging around, there's nothing I could do but come see you at the prison. Or worse, at a funeral, and I don't want to do that. My goal, our goal, is to keep you safe, alive, and free by doing anything possible. So what we was able to do was to get grant funding to offer scholarships. If you call that number right now, we officially now work for you. Once you call that, we have to now do everything in our power to keep you safe, keep you alive, and keep you free. Lord forbid you get shot and killed. We failed. We didn't do everything to save you.
Just another stop on the mission to eliminate crime in York by building trust, one person at a time.
My community sees me in the streets. My kids see me in the streets. Have conversations with them, not just about what they're doing wrong. Let's talk about what they're doing good. One of my biggest things I like to do, give them a hug. A lot of these young men and young women, they're not getting hugs. Give them a hug.
Everyone needs a hug sometimes. Now, communities from around Pennsylvania and around the country have taken note of the success that the GVI program has had here in New York. Officials from cities such as Nashville, Tennessee have sought advice from Tiff, along with places like Harrisburg, which is modeling their recently created GVI program after York, hoping that we'll see similar success in the capital. And I think we're all looking to see similar success just like that all across our area, Amy.
What an incredible young woman. And for her to really take all of those kids under her wings, it's a huge group effort, and that is a wonderful story.
It was an absolutely fascinating thing to be a part of, to get to see on the inside. I was so enthralled by the whole process. It was really an eye-opening experience.
A lot of people talk the talk, right? They're literally walking the walk. I love it. All right, James, thank you so much.